Let's jump in today. Bethel music. If you've been in the Christian music space at all, you've heard of them and you probably have opinions on them. You probably have maybe even strong opinions on them. I know personally, I know people that don't even sing their songs anymore. But could we learn something? Are they doing something right? Or is it all wrong and we need to think about it? Today I'm going to explore and talk about what they might be doing right, what we can learn from them, and how we maybe shouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So, is there anything that we can learn from Bethel? What are they doing? What are they known for? Well, if you're familiar with Bethel, you probably don't even know much about sermons or things happening like that. You probably know them from like Spotify and the songs that they make, the art that they put out, the cool graphics that they have. Bethel has a really good take on art and a really good job at like putting out content and music to those that are interested in hearing it. And I think as I've kind of watched Bethel music evolve over the years, I've been a worship leader for a long time, and I've been a music kind of practicing as an artist for a little bit of a shorter time. That's for another video, my thoughts on artists, worship leaders, and kind of the balance of that. But I've kind of watched them develop and grow as the Bethel music that we know today. So I wanted to kind of share some takeaways that I have had from them, as well as maybe share some practical things for those of us that are artists trying to do similar things. So first, my three takeaways that I've watched through the years is, the first one is they identify leaders. Now, if you followed Bethel for a long time, you know names like Jeremy Riddle, you know Stephanie Gretzer, you know these artists and these key worship leaders that Bethel has shown as these are our people. But if you've also followed along, you've noticed that there have been new names to kind of come to the front. If you know Gable Price and Friends, a great band, Gable Price started as a worship leader in Bethel and has kind of gone through the Bethel music scene and been developed and identified as a leader. He leads worship there, but he also has his project. And that's one thing I've noticed and I've loved about Bethel is they identify people that have a skill and a desire. And that leads me to my second takeaway is they invest. They invest to their leaders. They invest in their leaders, not only developing them in like platform and worship leading, but they invest in them in their growth as an artist. And yes, we can say that like, oh, that's because they're a big church and they have the money, but I think it's more than just investing in their artists monetarily. I think they spend time. We see these young guys come up and they have the Bethel School of Music, like I think it's the School of Music, but something like that. And they take time to what I would call disciple artists that want to do and want to grow in their artistry as well as their worship leading. Not just being a worship leader and not just pulling off Sundays, but they invest past just Sundays. You can't develop leaders in a vacuum. And I think that's one thing Bethel has done really well, that under their umbrella, they've invested in artists, brought them up as worship leaders and as artists, and have even begun to send them out. We see this a lot if you look at the Hesslers, Melissa Hessler and Jonathan Hessler. They have a whole discipleship camp, if you will. I think it's based in North Carolina, and they send worship leaders, artists to this camp, develop them, only to send them back to the city that they're in to do that craft, which I think is fascinating and something that I really think we need to latch on. Also, my third takeaway is context matters. I think a lot of the controversy that comes out of Bethel as far as whether we should sing their songs, whether we should not sing their songs, doesn't take into account context. As this new Christian worship music CCM scene evolves, a lot of churches and a lot of worship leaders think, oh, I should sing that song because it's on the charts. I should sing that song because Elevation did it. I should sing that song because Bethel did it. But then when they don't like the song, or Bethel does something they don't like, or Elevation does something that they don't like, we say, oh, no songs. We're not doing it at all. And I think we're forgetting that a lot of times these churches are writing in the context of what they're doing and the people that they're serving. We see this again with the Hesslers. We see this again with Bethel, that a lot of their songs are kind of formulated around a movement, formulated around a sermon series, if you will, just a life of the church. These songs are then birthed out of. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing that we get to see songs birthed out of a body, out of a people, out of multiple believers based on the shared experience that they're having as a local church. Now, yes, technology has allowed that local church to have pretty expanded reach, but it hasn't taken away the locality of that people and therefore taken away the context of the songs that they write. But why do I mention this? Why does it matter? Again, we're not part of Bethel. I'm not at Bethel. I'm not on Bethel Music for sure. And I would love to learn more about Bethel. If for some reason this video lands in the hands of somebody at Bethel Music, I'd love to talk to you, not just to talk about my project. I would love to talk to you about how you're developing leaders, because I think that is something that the church needs to realize. You see, the church needs artists. And here's a couple reasons why the church needs artists. First, to contextualize, to take all the things that are happening in culture, bring it in and kind of sort through the mess. And second, to capture moments. To capture moments, like I said, that the body, that the people of the Lord are going through, and provide words for them. To begin to express the inexpressible. You know, music has that way of doing that. Art has the way of putting words to something that's very hard to put words to. And I think the church needs artists to move into that space and to feel the freedom to move into that space. This can be done by providing a space for artists. If you look around, I'm in a church right now. The church has provided me a little studio, and I'm grateful for them doing that. Provide a space for the artist to move in, to contextualize, to capture those moments, and to help express the unexpressible. I think that is a great way and a great need of the church, and that's why they need artists. But if you're an artist and you're watching this right now, you need the church. Don't think I'm just preaching to the church and how you should invest in artists and do all these things. Artists, you need the church. First reason, you can't make art in isolation. You need community. You need people speaking into your life, discipling you, developing you not only as a leader and not only as a musician, but developing you as a follower of Jesus, giving you tools and resources to invest in your soul so that you actually have something to make. I talked about this in the last video, is you can't give what you don't have. And I think a lot of times artists say, oh, the church isn't, investing in me, I'm out of here. Well, maybe we're just sad that they're not investing in our art because they need to invest in our character first. I'll just leave that there. Also, I think you need accountability. You need accountability saying, okay, I'm not going to make this kind of art. I'm going to make this kind of art because it serves people. And you need development. So artists, cling to the church. And church, open your arms to weird artists like us. Are you tired of getting the same old thing from artists? A song on Spotify for you to listen to and then move on to the next one. Us too. That's why we started The Crew. The Crew is a Patreon community where you get to partner with us in creating to bring glory to the Creator. And as a member, you'll get things like merchandise discounts, access to live streams that aren't shown anywhere else, along with devotional content that we're calling memos and meditations. But it's more than just the perks that you get. It's about being part of something larger than yourself and larger than what we're trying to do, which is providing a contrast culture than the things that are out there. Providing art that is engaging and creative and encouraging those in their walk with Jesus. That's what we're trying to do. So head over, join our Patreon, join the Crew for less than $5 a month. You can join us over there and just watch and see what we can do together. I'm really excited about 2023. I hope you are too. So I'll see you over there. Click over, join the Crew. See you inside. Hey, TJ from the past here. I just wanted to say thanks for watching that part of the live right before this, but stick around because we're about to go into something here pretty cool that we've never done before. Maybe some of you OG followers have been following along and you remember Beans and Beats. We're doing something similar but a little different, and we're calling it open sessions. And these are just going to be peeks into what we're working on now, things we're making, and we're also going to take questions from you. So if you have a question that you've been begging to ask, or maybe you don't have anybody else to talk to, so you want to talk to us, ask away. These are the open sessions. This is what this is for. Welcome to the control room in open sessions. See you now. All right. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you think about my quick takes on Bethel. Quick shout out to Chris. What's up, Chris? Hope you're doing well. Glad you're tuning in from Boston. That's wild. Is that where you're from? Are you visiting? What are you doing in Boston? But yeah, I hope you are maybe a little critical, but also don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Like I said, I think Bethel has a lot to offer. I think it has a lot that we can learn from it. Now, let me just disclaimer, I don't think that we just take everything either. I don't think we just say, yep, I'm down with them, let's take it. But tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. I am going to just pull up some sessions here. I don't know if I'm going to work on music necessarily today. Today's been a wild day. I just feel like I've been going all week. But we have another Massachusetts person. Katie is in Massachusetts as well. Massachusetts. I always say it wrong. Sorry if my wife Krista's watching. South Shore between Plymouth and Boston. Sweet. I guess we should make our way up to Boston. That's what it sounds like. If you know churches, that want to have us up, I'd love to come up there. Chris says he moved here with his wife to a new church a few months ago, so we live there now. Nice. Awesome. Got a whole Boston crew. Love it. Love it. Well, hey, if you're watching on YouTube and you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. We have a couple people that haven't dropped in the chat. Go ahead and hit the bell. We're doing this so that we can kind of share more without me having to edit down videos and do all this stuff. I just want to share just what the Lord's been doing in my life. I know it's been a minute since we've had a chance to go live. It's probably been a minute since you've heard anything from Illumination Project. And I'm sorry, but it's been a wild year. So I'm looking forward to 2023. Quick kind of roll call as I pull up. First, drop a 1 in the chat if you just want me to kind of hang out. I can also work on some music. I have some ideas in my brain that I want to work through, but don't necessarily want to just do that just for the sake of doing it. But open sessions, my whole vision behind open sessions is that I can invite you into kind of the control room, the studio per se, and just chat. We can chat about stuff. We can talk about projects that I have coming up. And you can help hold me accountable to making music. I also might occasionally share some stuff. If you guys have a cool YouTube video, drop that. I'd love to see that, give some commentary on that. But right now I'm going to open up our kind of call. I've never done this before, so I'm kind of excited and kind of nervous all at the same time. But I'm going to open up I'm going to open up the interview. And if you are on our Patreon, if you're part of our crew, on a certain tier, I believe it's our $10 a month tier. So that's maybe 2 Starbucks drinks a month. If you are on that tier, you can actually call into the show. And so I'll see you pop up here and I'll bring you on. And yeah, so again, that's Patreon. You just hit join.illuminationproject.org. Go over there. All of the stuff that goes there goes to helping support what we're doing and what we're trying to do as far as create art to bring glory to the kingdom, to curate a culture for the kingdom, right? Chris, love it. Not related, but you were wearing your Illumination Project hoodie, and your mother-in-law, big fan. She's not easily impressed. Glad, hey, shout out to your mother-in-law. Glad she's a big fan. I would love that. Katie, yeah, we will get up there at some point. I know I've talked to the mill, I think, once before, and I haven't heard back. Katie was also wearing her sweatshirt at the cafe at the mill, and Meredith from Undefeated commented that she loves you guys. Hey, thanks so much. See, it's this kind of stuff. That's really encouraging, especially in. I don't know. It's just been a kind of a weird year after losing my dad, and I didn't put out a lot on social. I didn't put out any music, and so it's good to hear that people are still rocking with us despite Illumination Project's silence. Super grateful for you all. Let me show you. Have this. Let me see if I can pull something up to share with you guys without my computer melting. Yeah, I think last time, if you are, I think Katie's on our Patreon. Chris, I don't know if you are. I can't remember. I know you were at one point. But if you are over there, you guys should be expecting another Memos and Meditations. Also, let me know what have you been thinking about those? Do you like them? Do you like them? Are they too long, too short? I'd love to hear. I'm sorry, my phone is vibrating big time. Let me see here. So at the beginning of these videos, I've been like streaming old videos from our retreat. Let me play you. Let me play you some of this. So this is a file from our retreat that I've really been liking recently. It's called Already Home. We actually have it's probably about 50% written lyrically, but I just have to produce it. I don't know how this... it's not gonna let me play it. That's not it. That bass is so loud. Man, I gotta figure out why this isn't working. Oh, wait. Well, forget that. That's not gonna work. Daniel, my friend, is sharing a YouTube Shorts. Should we react to it live? Let me see. No, we're not gonna. We're not gonna react to that one live. All right. Well, I was planning on hanging out and like doing this, but hey, if you, I don't see anybody in the direct chat to interview, which is totally fine. I would love to hear what you guys are listening to. What are you guys listening to right now? What music is inspiring you? What artists should we? I don't know. I've thought about having artists on this channel. I've thought about having them come on and maybe doing some podcasts to kind of share their process and stuff like that as we just try to make more. I'm gonna do some live looping stuff. Let's make some music, right? But while I do that, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna play this commercial real fast just so I can hop up and find the cables I need. Hopefully it'll be long enough. If not, then we'll be in trouble. But stay tuned. Just watch this commercial. If it touches you, that'd be awesome. But one sec while I go grab some chords. Are you tired of getting the same old thing from artists? A song on Spotify for you to listen to and then move on to the next one. Us too. That's why we started The Crew. The Crew is a Patreon community where you get to partner with us in creating to bring glory to the Creator. And as a member, you'll get things like merchandise discounts, access to live streams that aren't shown anywhere else, along with devotional content that we're calling Memos and Meditations. But it's more than just the perks that you get. It's about being part of something larger than yourself and larger than what we're trying to do, which is providing a contrast culture than the things that are out there. Providing art that is engaging and creative and encouraging those in their walk with Jesus. That's what we're trying to do. So head over, join our Patreon, join the Crew for less than $5 a month. You can join us over there and just watch and see what we can do together. I'm really excited about 2023. I hope you are too. So I'll see you over there. Click over, join the Crew. See you inside. Hey, TJ from the